It's time for Soccer Card United, the #1 soccer card podcast in the world. Well, it's a Monday once again, and you're listening to Soccer Card United, the #1 soccer card podcast in the world. Enzo, hi.
Hey Jason.
How was your weekend?
Nice.
Nice.
A lot of football. I got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just sit back, relax, and watch some really, really good games. Any weekend where Haaland gets his first City hat-trick is a good weekend for me.
Yep.
And of course Milan winning. No, I had a good weekend. Yourself?
Fine.
Okay.
There may be some background noise today. I've opened a window in the studio because the temperatures in Dublin are back up.
Back up. I thought summer was over.
Yes.
I said summer's finished.
Mm-hmm.
Dublin said, give me a few days.
Yep.
We'll bounce back.
Now, I didn't actually mention this off the air to you.
Okay.
Because I just forgot. But we're pre-recording Thursday's episode probably on Wednesday.
Yes.
For Thursday, because both of us are going away.
Yeah.
But then I'm not back till the following Thursday.
Oh, you're going away.
Yeah, I'm going for a week.
I'm back Monday morning.
Right. I'll give you the keys.
I'll come in. So, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
So what are we doing next Monday?
I don't know. We have to talk about that.
Okay.
It's good weather in Dublin, and it's good weather in the sports card hobby.
Oof.
Because just last night, I think, at Heritage Auctions, we set a new the people set a new record for the most expensive
sports collectible
ever. More from Rich Mueller, sportscollectorsdaily.com.
Oh, yes.
The headline reads, 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle sets new sports memorabilia record at $12.6 million US. Wow. Now here's an interesting... This is the brilliance of Rich Mueller. This is how he starts this article, right? Mickey Mantle's net worth at the time he died in 1995 was around $10 million. Wow. Early Sunday morning, one of his old baseball cards sold for more. Damn. Yeah. One of the highest graded copies of the Hall of Famer's 1952 Topps card netted $12.6 million at Heritage Auction after a flurry of late bids, becoming the most expensive piece of sports memorabilia ever sold. The price for the card graded 9.5, which SGC designates as Mint Plus by SGC, includes a 20% buyer's premium added to all winning bids. The card had been expected to sell for at least $10 million. The name of the winning bidder was not immediately revealed. It's the 11th time in the past 2 years that a sports card has sold for at least $4 million. So we're getting up there in price and in frequency.
It's also crazy that it's an SGC. Because there is some PSA 10s of that exact card that's just never gone for sale. I think 4 of them or 3 of them. Yeah,
20 million they're estimating has been worth. Wow. Now, Enzo, of course, the previous record for a piece of sports memorabilia was Diego Maradona's Hand of God
jersey
from the 1986 World Cup. And that was 4 months ago. So just within less than 4 months.
So a soccer memorabilia had that for 4 months.
It was $9.2 million.
Wow.
Then baseball comes roaring back in.
That is crazy.
Your move, soccer.
No, it is crazy.
It also broke the record for a trading card established over 3 weeks ago when Golden brokered the sale of a T206 Honus Wagner. That was $7.25 million. So a momentous day for us all. We've broken the $10 million mark.
Yeah. And it's interesting again for us from a soccer card point of view that this is a baseball card, which makes sense, okay? Absolutely, the hobby is deep baseball. But when you're thinking, what does this do long term for vintage soccer? Yeah. High-end vintage soccer.
Now,
huge.
This card is from what's known in the hobby as, and kind of sports card mythology, as the Rosen find. So if you don't know this story, basically, I'll just go on to this. Alan Rosen, right, known as Mr. Mint in hobby circles, went to see a man, I believe in Massachusetts, and found some unopened boxes of 1952 Topps baseball chewing gum cards. And basically found an amazing load of these pristine Mickey Mantle rookie cards. And let me just see if I can find it here. So a hoard of virtually untouched 1952 Topps cards, about 3/4 of which were the coveted high numbers that had been saved by a Massachusetts man named Ted Lodge. Among the approximately 5,500 cards were 65 Mantles, sought by collectors thanks to his popularity as a player and story that made his first Topps card into the stuff of legend. In the late 1950s, Top Cyberger hopped aboard a barge and watched as they were dumped into the ocean because the company couldn't get rid of them, even for a penny a piece. So, the cards are bought by Rosen.
How many years till there's Bundesliga boxes with a similar story?
I was going to say that as well.
Were you?
Yeah.
Did I sneak in?
No, I just chose not to. So, basically, Rosen learned that Lodge had several thousand cards, borrowed $25,000.
So wait, pause. Lodge wasn't like the warehouse tops or anything like that. Like,
no, he just had them.
yeah, he had them. They had already been dumped by someone else previous.
No.
Did they find these before or after the dumping in the ocean?
After. So the guy originally had gotten these.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like the supply had dwindled because so many of them dumped in the ocean.
Of course. Yeah. Okay, now I follow.
So Rosen borrows $25,000, hires a security guard, and makes the trek from his home office carrying $150,000 in cash to this guy Ted Lodge's house. He counted 75 mantle cards among the huge sacks on sitting on a large silver tray. There were dozens of other cards, Jackie Robinson's, Eddie Matthews, that kind of stuff. And Rosen said in a 2007 interview, "My hands were shaking. It was like going on a pirate ship and discovering boxes of gold. I took the card outside and sniffed them. I was just so unsure about spending all that money. I didn't believe they were real or not. I go to the kitchen and there's the original case. I couldn't believe it." After striking the deal for the main batch, the man then produced another large stack of rejects that were badly off-center, had other issues. There were 15 additional mantles in that group. So, Rosen died in 2017. But in the meantime, he had sold and bought back this card. This 9.5, which he had originally picked out as the best of the bunch. He sold it. And then years later, he sold it, I think, maybe for like something like, $3,500 or something.
Wow.
And then years later bought it back for like $25,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, this is the kind of thing that is just so exciting, and it's like what we don't have in the European hobby, which is like a history of like stuff like Shayway Vlogs going to Norway to get the Messi Topps Chrome. That's a story. But like these kind of like folklore, like legends and myths of...
No, but there's definitely stories of people going to Portugal, finding mega cracks, stuff like that.
Yeah, but we just haven't heard them yet.
Yeah, we've heard some stories of finding the Messi mega cracks in Barcelona and Catalonia and stuff like that, but they're not on the same level, I would say.
And they haven't... The stories don't necessarily... They haven't like...
Become folklore.
They haven't like...
Because does the SGC slab label not actually mention...
Yeah, the Rosen find. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Crazy.
Like, and you think about stuff like the early Pelés, Maradonas, and you know that there are Ted Lodges sitting all over Europe and South America with these finds, waiting on a Ken Rosen to walk through the door. And look at all this and go like, yeah, here's €150,000.
Yeah, you're shaking with the Ronaldinho rookies.
Exactly, yeah. So, I don't know. It's just so exciting. And I feel like a little bit like excited, but also jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Very jealous. There's a thing on Golden, though, of a 1951 Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
Up on Gold. PSA 10, the only Pop 101, I think. So, it'd be interesting. I don't think that should beat the 1952 necessarily, but special card as well.
It's just... I mean, you wonder what is there ever going to be a... Oh, my phone is not on silent. What the hell? What kind of a guy is this?
Double up my phone.
You wonder, like, what is going to be the $10 million soccer card. And surely it has to be a Pele or a Maradona. Probably more likely a Pele if they can find it in a high grade. Mad City Collector comments on Instagram and says he predicts it would be a 1957 Oliveira and Benassi Bellas equip Pele if a PSA 3 or higher ever surfaces.
Wow.
When you think about it, that's 5 years younger than the 52 Mantle.
That's mad that it's 5 years younger, and like the thoughts of a 10 is impossible.
Yeah, a 4 would be
nuts.
Would be 10 million.
Which is mad though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Golden Generation SC says the Jude Bellingham Stadium Club auto variation. And I don't detect any bias in that statement at all.
None.
But yeah, like I don't know. I wonder, are we ever going to get there with soccer? Or like, because part of the reason is every high-end baseball card collector grows up with stories. This is what I was going back to about folklore. Grows up with stories about the Mickey Mantle and all this stuff. Whereas like a Pele, it won't be our generation of collectors. It would have to be the next generation or the next generation.
And they won't necessarily have the Pele folklore.
Or no, we'll have to like build. We have to like create the myths around the Pele. Pass it down to them. Like the way in 1958 they were dumping Mickey Mantles into the ocean. It was only that decades later it attained legendary status. And like no one did that before us.
Why
really.
did they dump it in the ocean? That's mad. Recycle it. I know back then.
Back then,
but it's mad.
They thought fish ate them.
Maybe they did. See, if they were on chromium stock,
Yeah, they could have polluted the ocean.
no, but they could have survived maybe.
Or they could have like
At least
killed.
what we find out.
So I don't know. You wonder.
No, it is. But that's a great hobby story, if nothing else.
A great hobby story and a win for the hobby. In it, so much talk this year about the dip.
Loss
Prices
in
going
confidence.
down, loss in confidence. Not at the top.
The market's fine.
11 times in the last. What do you say? 11 times in the last 2 months. There's been $4 million sales, something like that.
Something mad.
$4 million or more.
Yeah, so the times are good
Times are good at the top,
at the top.
but I think where a lot of people are feeling the squeeze, including ourselves, is at the bottom.
Modern. I mean, that's
Modern.
it.
It's just modern.
There's
Yeah.
a mix between modern vintage. But see, the thing is, people talk about like junk wax era and stuff like that, right? But like back in the junk wax era, there wasn't parallels. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think there was. To my knowledge, there was.
Well, no, I think like that was the precious gem metal. What's it called?
Metal Jam?
PMGs, precious metal gems. They were like the first ones to do the parallels and stuff like that, and create that whole. That was like what saved the hobby out of the junk wax.
That's
era.
what I'm saying. Because like people are like, okay, they're printing too much, blah blah blah. But it's like, but if a huge rookie comes out, call it a Haaland, right?
Yeah.
And it's a 101 rookie. Doesn't matter how many base cards there are.
Yeah.
That's the 101. So that kind of saves it. But it's interesting, like in 1958, like I don't know the history of baseball, obviously, but like it was Mickey Mantle.
I think it was less about Mickey Mantle. It was just about the hobby. There were still chewing gum cards because like what happens, like people that grew up with these cards have to
Have the nostalgia,
the nostalgia for it, and then they have to pass that on and that on and that on.
Yeah, and then it
they become
becomes
antiques.
legendary. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like think of like how many people you go into like a vintage clothes shop in Dublin, and you see like an Adidas tracksuit top from the 80s, and it's like I don't know, it's like it could be like €120, but like people just throwing them out.
Yeah.
Back because styles change, but and some things make the transition to antiques and most things don't.
Yeah. That's it. You can't predict it, and that's what's beautiful about it.
Yeah,
Like the same way with the Mega Cracks when they first came out with the Messis and them, whatever.
yeah,
They were just they were kids things. Kids were eating them and whatever.
yeah.
And like now we look back at it and go, that was actually iconic. Blah blah blah. And that obviously happened with that. No, it's a huge hobby story.
Huge hobby story and a huge hobby success story and highlight. And yes, very good. And of course, just to give another plug to sportscollectorsdaily.com.
Which we are doing a great job.
Yeah, doing a great job. The other thing on Hobby HQ today is that we heard from Tops
Boom.
on August 25th. Coming soon.
4 days ago.
The first ever platinum curated set. An all foil set with 1 autograph card per set and 2 numbered parallels per set. And it's no ordinary platinum curated set. It's a special one. It's the Jose Mourinho curated platinum set.
Oh, I love that.
What do you think of this? It's for all UEFA Cup competitions, so it's
He's the only manager to win all 3.
That's right.
That's what that is.
It's like
He has the tattoo.
Yeah, he has the tattoo. Yeah.
What a man. I like. Okay.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat, right?
Okay.
The box.
Yeah.
The box looks very pearl.
Pearl.
Yes. There's no mention of pearlescent stock, so I'm trying not to get too excited.
It's platinum.
Is it platinum stock? I don't think so.
Well, it's the first ever platinum created set.
But I'm interpreting platinum meaning that they're all foil.
But I'm thinking Topps Chrome, it's chromium stock. Topps Pearl, it's pearlescent stock.
Oh, that's true.
Platinum.
Platinum stock.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Let me Google it.
I don't know.
Platinum
paper stock. Platinum card stock. I have to call in our card expert. I'd actually love to have a paper guy that we call in.
There is platinum stock. And do you know what? By its nature, it's foil.
Yep.
Okay. Listen. But yeah, 2 parallels per set I like as well. And the guaranteed auto. Because I think normally all the sets are, like the sets of this nature are 1 autograph, 1 parallel. 1 autograph, 2 parallels. I'm into it.
And of course, we know Jose Mourinho is the ambassador for the Euros and that whole thing. He's got a relationship now with Topps.
I am Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. I'm Jose Mourinho.
He decided what players go into the sticker album.
Yes.
I think that's the thing.
And they've done a hashtag Mourinho, hashtag Topps, hashtag the special 1 of 1. Which, that's in terms of wordplay, that's right up my street.
Right up, yeah, that's very Jason-esque.
That's very Jason-esque, which is of course meant as a compliment. I'm just reading the reactions to it. People are excited. We'll have to see. I mean, Jose Mourinho still, I think, if he wasn't, I'm excited about this, especially because I've been following very closely what he's been doing at Roma. I watched Roma and Juve the other day, and they were shocking in the first half. And he said to the Roma players at half time, they said, "What you say to the players at half time? Because you're much better in the second half." He said, "I told them I was ashamed to be their coach." And I'm just like,
he loves it in Italy.
He loves it in Italy. They love him in Italy. They love him. You got I was watching that Roma team, and I love them. I just think they're great.
They just got Belotti.
Well, by the way, this is especially for you and me, because we were such close observers of this stuff.
Listen,
what Kalidou Koulibaly and Andrea Belotti both finally leaving Napoli and Torino respectively
in the same window.
It's just a weight off my shoulders.
Stresses me, like,
because every year what's he gonna do? Are they going to renew?
They want 100 million. They want 100 million. Like, you're not getting 100 million.
It's just
Torino,
exhausting.
please.
It's just exhausting.
We need Berardi next.
Yeah, Berardi next.
And then we can.
Dybala was also what I'm learning is that Italian clubs are almost impossible to negotiate with.
And people like to stay in Italy for the most part.
That's true. It's beautiful.
If you have a good job in Italy, you're a happy man.
Why would you leave? Jose Mourinho would attest to that.
He's very happy over there. No, he said a lot after. He said, I've seen, I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you probably watched all his interviews after the match, but he said, I seen Tammy Abraham giving a press conference as if he had a good game and he was terrible.
Yeah. He's like,
I love Mourinho's man.
He's in it. He's in the mix. Like he's,
Imagine that though. I heard him giving he was saying it as if he was decent. He was awful.
He was awful,
and he scored the goal, but he was terrible. So obviously he scored the goal, so he had a bit of a swagger.
Yeah, Tammy was feeling like I saved.
I did my job.
Yeah,
and he was like, "What's he talking about?"
Yeah, no,
Jose. He's setting the bar. He loves it.
Yeah,
and Roma's a big club.
Yeah.
He was saying as well, he said 1 in every 5 taxis you get in, there's a Lazio fan.
Yeah,
that's the city. That's what he said. That's such a.
It's classic Jose.
Knife in the back, Lazio, get out of here. He's
going
pantomime villain.
He says Rome is red. Like Rome is. Yeah.
That derby's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Lazio are doing well. So are Rome.
But like there's just such a fun team. Tammy Abraham brings such a good energy to the team. Like when Paulo Dybala was going off, I don't know if you saw this, and he was like Paulo, like that. Like it's just like I don't know, it's good vibes compared to Juventus, who are under Allegri and just the most like stale.
You look at Vlahovic in their team, and you're thinking, why is he there?
Yeah, he scored a good free kick.
No, I know he's good. He's a great player, but I'm saying the Juventus team doesn't look great around him.
No, God, no. I saw them. I saw Juventus in their previous game as well, which was against somebody not good. Someone like Bologna, maybe.
Don't disrespect Bologna.
I have to disrespect Bologna.
We just beat Bologna. I'll tell you now. Match day 2. Juve were against Sampdoria. 0-0.
Yeah.
And match day 1, just for reference, they were against Sassuolo.
Yeah.
Who have Pinamonti now, by the way.
I know.
Scored a goal.
Yeah. But Vlahovic, like against Sampdoria, was isolated, frustrated, cut off. And they brought in Milik to play up front. But that's not going to solve your problems in midfield.
Yeah.
Don't
take off Vlahovic. Or don't put another big man up front.
What's he going to do?
Think they need to get some business done before the end of the window?
I think they thought they got the business done by bringing Pogba back.
And he's in a whole
other thing.
Witch doctor thing.
Yeah. So Witch Doctors just came up on the show a couple of weeks ago. Or on a YouTube video or something.
You preempted it.
Yes. So this Jose set, we're excited to hear more.
We went on a tangent.
And
I'm excited to see what they look like.
Yes.
Because it's first ever Platinum, so Platinum could become a new thing. And I want to see what it looks like. I think right now, do you know what the thing is? If Jose was at like United, there was such a toxic energy around that.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's at Rome and he's like a meme now. He's on Instagram, which is fun as well.
He's being fun.
He's being fun and he's happy. That's it.
It feels like he's maybe like he hasn't softened, but he's just enjoying himself more, and we can all enjoy him more.
Yeah, because he's not coming out every week and being mad depressed. Like when he says something like that, like he's angry and he's firing them up, and you know what he's doing, and it's great. It's box office.
Yeah.
By United, it was coming out. Hey, everything's terrible.
Sitting there with the neck warmer and the hair all over the place.
Different. Yeah. Like right now, he's happy and he's fighting to try win a championship in Serie A, which he won't because Milan are going to win. Yeah. Unless we sell Leo.
But I saw he was talking about Spurs and United and all the players at Spurs and United that he's sidelined. That now Conte and Eric Ten Hag and all are saying they're not good enough. People are playing like all the jokes, because like he has like a weird like Messi Ronaldo style Twitter fan base, and like, you know, people going like, "There's Jose is always right. It always plays out that he's right." And it was like him talking about various players, and it was like, he's like, "In 2 years when I'm gone, see how they play, see when they play, see if they play," and it's like, and all,
like
all the
Dele Alli
players
to Besiktas, that all
that stuff. Joe Rodon, that he wouldn't play at Spurs, gone to Nice on loan. Harry Winks, I think, going to France or Italy on loan as well. Like all this stuff, you know, where he said these guys aren't good enough, and it turned out he was right.
Yeah, listen, he's a good manager. Turns out
The only manager to ever win UEFA's 3 club competitions.
The manager that won the Champions League with Porto, which I'm hoping is acknowledged in that set.
Must be.
Hopefully, it has to be.
Give me a Ricardo Carvalho autograph just for the
memes.
Just for the memes. Bring me back.
Yeah, no, bring us back. Him running up the touchline. If that's not in it, what are you doing?
Yeah. Has to be him running up the touchline.
Brilliant.
So let me see. Oh, by the way, Ryan Cherky, remember him?
Yeah, I just seen that.
Got an assist.
Did you see this message?
I did see the message.
We should look into that.
Got an assist on the weekend for Moussa Dembele. He's put a nice ball on Moussa Dembele's head, and Moussa Dembele headed it in. But he's only 19 still, and I was like, I can't believe that his rookie was 20, 19, 20.
And that he has nothing else bar a sticker from the following year, which doesn't mean anything.
And I think he's in Merlin Chrome.
This year?
For his premium release, I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will it have a rookie logo? Probably.
I don't know. Probably it will.
Like it shouldn't, but probably.
I would say.
You'd say it would. What does that? That's.
But Soccer Card Zone says his tops now PSA 10s are selling between $30 and $50.
Oh, here we go. No rookie.
No rookie logo.
Respect.
That's
big respect.
Big respect.
That's big respect.
Because GLA the third was saying, "Are tops nows RC or XRC? Believe the on-demand nature makes them the latter. I want the first card regardless." I think if it has an RC logo and it's 2 or 3 years before all the other cards,
before anything else,
it's the rookie.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, but the pop's only a PSA 10 is only 214, and they're selling for $30 to $50 a piece.
That's what I'm on eBay right now.
Hoover them up, Enzo. Hoover them up. I'm just trying to see, is there anything else on Hobby HQ that?
No, all the PSA 10s are about 100.
Cover? I don't believe there is.
About 100, Jason.
Okay, about 100.
But like, so much room to grow. Exciting player.
Yep.
His print run, I think, was low. 2,900, I think it was total.
Yeah, something like that. So the pop can't even go that crazy.
I mean, it probably can a little bit.
It'll probably be like 1,000, 1,500, something like that.
But in context, that's not crazy.
Yeah.
People still buying Mason Greenwood's first tops now, Jason. How do you feel?
Confused.
Think they're trying to play a long game?
I don't think this is an appropriate situation to try and play a long
Even
game.
if you come out good, you came out bad.
Yeah.
Fair.
Congratulations.
I have 20 of them are on. It makes me sad.
I know.
I know.
I know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, come on, I know. I think it's time to go to your football week.
Okay.
I've got a couple of transfers for you, and I've got the UEFA Champions League group draws.
Okay.
So we're going to start in Newcastle.
Oof.
With the signing of Alexander Isak. And there's a headline in The Guardian today, an article from Marcus Christensen in The Guardian. And the headline reads, "Alexander Isak, the prodigy who thrived in La Liga, can thrill Newcastle. Sweden's youngest goal scorer has already overcome career hurdles and has the free-flowing class to live up to his £59 million transfer fee from Real Sociedad to Newcastle United."
I think that's one of the ones. Like the Premier League is going to suit him very well, I think.
Yes, we'll have to see. He became AIK's youngest goal scorer when he was 16 years old, 5 months. Scored 6 league goals last season for Real Sociedad. Had some injury troubles. Had some exciting moments in the Euros.
Yeah, of course.
The season before that. We did a little Instagram reel about him, and I was saying the Instagram reel. He's, £60 million. He hasn't had ever really a £60 million season, I don't think. Yeah,
it's more so potential.
It's more potential. So the question is, can he do it? Will he do it? And can Eddie Howe get it out of him?
Eddie Howe can get attacking football out of a team, so I'd like to think so. But yeah, no, it's not set in stone. But if it works, he's on such a platform in the Premier League to get hype.
What did we sell our
700-ish, 800
700 or something like
for
that
the on-card auto
for
from the Real
on-card auto.
Sociedad set.
Let me see if I can find if he sold, because the sales volume was pretty good once the move was announced.
Yeah.
I just want to see if I can find any sales of that card since. His rookie is kind of a confusing scenario as well, because he has an RC on a Chronicles at Real Sociedad, and he also has Dortmund stickers, I think, and then there's a Futera, and there's all sorts of different things going on as well.
There's a PSA 10 up for $2,000 at the minute.
Right. So, there's 27th of August rookie sticker from 2018 going for €14.
No, he doesn't really. He has an unclear rookie. I guess you would say it's the Dortmund one, but I think he never played for Dortmund. I think that's kind of like, does that matter? Does it not? Don't know. But his first sticker was a Dortmund one, I believe.
Here's a sale. Here's a sale. PSA 9 of the auto. Best offer accepted and going to 130point.com.
To check it out.
$600. Best offer accepted at $1,200. $600.
Ours was maybe a 9.5.
SGC. I think it could have been SGC 10. Was it?
Don't know.
Or a 9.5. No, it was 9.5 auto 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we did well.
We did well.
We sold that at a nice time. We still have one sealed box of that Real Sociedad set. I don't think I've ever seen the 101.
No, this makes that a better hold than it was before he moved to the Premier League, for sure. Yeah. Bit disappointing that Sweden aren't at the World Cup.
For sure. Even though we all hate Sweden getting to the World Cup because they got there last time.
We all do.
We all do.
Don't we? Anyone that listens to Soccer United and doesn't hate that,
stop listening.
Stop listening. So I don't know. He will score goals, I presume. He should play a bit because Callum Wilson gets injured a lot, as everyone rushed to tell me on social media when I asked who would score more goals between the two of them this season.
Poor Callum Wilson, though. What a player he is.
I know. And just plagued by injuries. I saw Josh King. You know Josh King?
Yeah.
He's in Turkey now, scoring goals for some team, and it's good.
A lot of English players and Premier League kind of standards that aren't English players but have almost played their entire trade in the Premier League, moving out of England.
That's right.
Like it was very like Dele Alli to Besiktas. Like that's a big club. Still, like people are saying, "Oh, he's leaving Everton. His career's done. You made some mistakes if you're going to Turkey from the Premier League."
Yeah.
I said, but Besiktas is a huge club.
Yeah. Probably going to play in the Champions League.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like you can, and also one of the great things about you saw with Paulo Dybala. They'll get more and more appropriate as the examples go on, but like the difference between Paulo Dybala at Juve and for the last few years, how much like just tiresome kind of arguments there were about him at Juve. Then he goes to Rome, and he's welcomed like a conquering hero. That was great, you know. Then like we saw with Dele Alli, who's been maligned in England, can't do anything right, gets constant criticism, everyone hates him. He goes to Besiktas and he's welcomed at the airport, like, as if, oh my god, this great player who scored in a World Cup semi-final for England or whatever it is, or quarter-final, whatever it was, has lit up the Premier League at 17 years of age, is fantastic, is so famous, he's here, wow, cool, he's still young, great, and then the best example I saw, or the most touching example I found, was Samuel Umtiti, who was just chased out of Barcelona, very unlucky with injuries, World Cup winner, and after the World Cup never really recovered injury-wise, was asked to extend his Barcelona contract, cut his wages, leave the club, was hounded out of Barcelona, was sent on loan, I think, to Lecce in Serie A, and he broke down at his airport reception because they were hugging him and kissed him and, saying like, thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see that and you realise that so many clubs' fan bases have become toxic. Yeah. They hate their own players. They hate their own manager. They hate their own club.
There's definitely Man United players that are delighted.
That's what I mean. Like
Tellez went to Sevilla, I believe.
Yeah.
I'd say he's delighted.
Donny
van de Beek, I'd say dreams of leaving.
Yeah. Imagine. Like Edison Cavani has gone to, good example, has gone to Valencia, apparently, for 2 years. And Valencia is like a pretty toxic club at the minute. The owner's not good and all that stuff. But like, if he scores a couple of goals for Valencia,
he's El Matador again.
He's El Matador, and like they love him. And like I think that relationship between fans and players is something that is lost in these examples. And I just feel like fans don't feel the way they felt about players back in the day. If Erling Haaland stops scoring goals for Man City for 2 or 3 games, Man City fans are going to be on him. But I don't know if they form a genuine connection, because maybe it's like, is everyone's for sale and everyone's up for grabs, and like he could go to Real Madrid in the morning or whatever. You know, I don't know. I just, that kind of like,
when you see it as a smaller club, quote unquote, I'm going to say smaller, but when they get a player that's like a big name, like Umtiti to Lecce is huge.
It's huge.
For Lecce.
Yeah.
Solids up the back. They're going to get a few more clean sheets. It's a name to be excited about if you're a Lecce fan.
Exactly.
Whereas that's not like, now, even you see in like the Premier League, it's big money.
It's big money.
It's out.
Morgan gives right for 50 million.
Yeah.
You know, to be criticised probably in Nottingham Forest.
Craig Gordon or Antony Gordon.
Anthony Gordon for 50 million. Yeah.
Stop. It's like Belotti for 100
he scored a goal the weekend for Everton and put his fingers in his ears because they were all giving it all stick, being like, he's not worth 50 million. He's like, I scored against Brentford.
Yeah, you better believe I'm worth it. Or like Lukaku's a good example as well.
Lukaku's a good example, a perfect example.
Like he was miserable in the Premier League. He goes back to Italy and they're just like, you're the fucking man.
We love you.
And they love him. And he suits the style of the system. It's brilliant. And as much as I hate Inter, but it is good.
It is good to see. And it's just like, it's just nice when players are given space and but like, I think sometimes like on social media, fans are like, you're not performing and that means that I'm going to get ratioed on my tweets.
Yeah, but no, it's even social media, it's like they're seeing everything.
Yeah.
Every player sees everyone's opinion of them.
Yeah.
At a scale that they've never seen before. Like the press will always kind of get at you, whatever, journalists back in the day. But like now it's like you put up a photo of your dog and under it everyone's telling you you're a slabhead and you're a terrible centre back.
Yeah.
You put up a photo of your wedding and everyone's just
why'd she marry you? Yeah,
you're a fool. Out of position all the time. Blah, 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 all this, like, it's like that impacts them for sure.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like that's terrible. Like you're getting great money, fantastic, but that'll eke away.
How much could you reasonably pay someone to get their mental health destroyed?
Yeah, I think Phil Jones came out and said something recently. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
Phil Jones said something like, I don't know, you're all living in your ma's basement kind of thing.
Yeah,
but that just showed. But that was a reaction that kind of showed that it has naturally murdered his confidence and just eaten away at his mental health for like the last decade.
And with someone like Dele Alli, right? Who I'm not defending him. He does have an attitude problem or whatever. But like, think about it from his point of view. You're 16. You get bought by Spurs. You win the PFA.
You played
twice in a row. You're unbelievable.
You're making so much money.
First name on the team sheet for England at Euros and at a World Cup. You're making so much money. You're in the Champions League. All that stuff. You have a rough patch. And everyone says, I always knew you were overrated. I always knew you were overrated. I always knew you were bad. I always knew you were shy. And you keep going. It's a spiral.
Yeah.
You spiral downward.
Killing good players.
Why is he getting worse the more we criticise him?
Why is he not taking on his chest, coming out and being better?
Yeah. Oh, not everyone, like, because everyone knows some people respond to that and some people don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just unhealthy.
No, it's rough.
But no, seriously, Dele Alli needs to.
No, but that's why you see the likes like Mukoku not getting played week in, week out. It's like, that's good.
It's good.
Like, relax.
Yeah.
You don't even have 5 games where he doesn't score a goal and then everyone's telling him he's the worst individual ever and his confidence is shot.
You're trying to manage these kids. Like, help them.
Yeah. You're trying to just put your arm over them, guide them through it.
Yeah. Not say, right, you're
done.
You're done. Get out there, play in the North London derby.
And if you don't perform,
you're
never playing again.
Yeah. We're sending you to Turkey. You know? Like, send him to Everton. Complete nightmare of a club. Yeah. Why did he not? That's a chance for him to get his career back on track.
Everyone else is a disaster. They're nearly getting relegated. I can't fix that.
Yeah, I can't
That's
fix
a different problem.
So, I mean, it remains to be seen. Some players we've talked about on the show before. Some players just want to go somewhere where they be liked. They can earn a bit of money. They can do what they want to do at the time.
And chill, enjoy themselves.
Yeah, and they're never going to be the best anyway. But
I think it must be hard in like the Messi, Ronaldo era, and then obviously Mbappe and Haaland. Like, if I'm a 24-year-old footballer, striker, and I see what Haaland's doing, I kind of say to myself, all right, I'm not that.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be that. What I can be is bang average and get me wage every week.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Like, is Alexander Isak coming to the Premier League and going, maybe he is, because like Haaland's Norwegian, he's Swedish, maybe they played a lot against each other growing up at international youth level. Yeah. Is he going like, because some players I know, like you hear athletes talking about this where you go like, I still, like golfers be like, I still go out every week thinking I'm better than Tiger Woods. Because some people can't unless they believe that.
Yeah, if you don't say that to yourself, then you lose all passion.
Because
if we didn't know we were the number 1 soccer card podcast, Jason.
Yeah, would we still do it? No.
If there was a number 1 podcast and we were number 2 soccer card podcast, ladies and gents, we wouldn't be here.
Even if I heard a soccer card podcast
and you thought it was
better, I thought it was better, I have to just go, I just had an off week. Do you know what I mean?
You have to lie.
I have to, yeah, because
That's never happened.
I still have to get on the mic every week and go like, this is the number one soccer card podcast.
That's how you react. You would react to criticism.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm tetchy like that.
But no, Isak, do you think he's coming into the Premier League going, I'm getting top scorer? He's already 6 behind Haaland. Haaland's a monster.
I presume he must be coming in saying
he's coming in
next
saying,
season. You know, he's like saying, I want to probably get.
I want to be part of the project of Newcastle.
Yeah.
Of Saudi Arabia.
I'd like to plug into that Saudi Arabia money.
Yeah.
I want to earn myself a new contract there.
Yeah. Don't want them replacing me with a different striker. I want to be the striker.
Yeah. You only need 2 Saudi Arabian contracts. You only need 1 Saudi Arabian contract, let's face it.
He did it.
He did it. Well done. So I just wanted to say congratulations to Alexander Isak for creating generational wealth for his family.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. The other big transfer news this week is another member of the Jude class.
Okay, yeah.
Making his big move.
More of a silent member of the Jude class.
Yeah. Manchester United have agreed a €100 million or £85 million deal to sign Antony from Ajax. Brazil international Antony will arrive in Manchester on Monday. Ajax rejected a €90 million bid for the player, but they went back in because they're Man United and said, well, 100 million. And they have to until Thursday evening's transfer deadline to complete the deal. Erik ten Hag, obviously previous manager of Antony, wanted the player.
Like, in fairness, like Antony, I think he got injured last year, didn't he?
He spent some time out with injury, yeah.
But like he's top quality.
Yeah.
His dribbling is amazing. A lot of the Brazilian players adore
Did you see
him.
Richarlison getting booted yesterday in the Spurs game?
Oh.
Spurs were winning 2-1 and Richarlison was doing a couple of keepy-uppies in the game and passed it off, and then Brennan Johnson came in and lamped him for showboating. And I was just thinking of all those compilations of Antony doing spins and everything and how much he's going to get injured. He keeps trying that.
No, that's it. The big Premier League defences won't like it. The hard men.
No.
The Steve Cooks.
But I love when you see...
Because Anthony's nuts.
But the great thing about Antony, when you see clips from the Eredivisie and it's him doing tricks and stuff, there's never anyone else in frame. I'm like, how do you get out there on his own?
Yeah, what's he doing?
So why is he on his own?
But like Alex St. Maximin, the way he terrorises defences, I think that's the kind of vibe Anthony's going to have. But the thing with Antony is he's much more of a dribbler. In and out, in and out, in and out. He has a few tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how he adapts. I think he'll adapt better than Sancho did. That's my prediction.
Okay, very interesting.
But he will probably end up, if he doesn't get injured, which he probably will, because I think someone's going to be angry at him.
Yeah, someone's going to kick him.
Or he's going to have to adapt his game to not get kicked. But he is a good player.
His Eredivisie record, he's, since the start of the 2020-21 season, which is the Jude season, so since he joined the Jude class, he's played 57 games in the Eredivisie, scored 18 goals, got 14 assists, had 147 shots, and created 75 chances. So that's the 11th number of shots, the 21st.
But even like
best
more
number
than
of
one
chances.
chance a game created. Now I know it's Ajax and they're a different beast in the Eredivisie.
Yeah.
But and for me, that obviously doesn't include just his dribbles, how he runs with the ball. Like he's going to be an exciting player. He's going to be probably a fan favorite at United.
Yeah, if they can work out how to use him.
Yeah, which they might not be able to.
Because like Jadon Sancho, for instance, we do know, you see his flashes of at United, is very good in tight spaces.
Yeah.
But they can't get him into tight spaces. So, you know, I mean, I just thought it'd be interesting to go through.
I like the Ronaldo situation there is problematic.
Yeah, we all know what Ronaldo's good at. We all know what Jadon Sancho's good at. We all know what Marcus Rashford's good at. But that doesn't mean
they're going to work
together. So Antony is the new record outgoing transfer from the Eredivisie.
Crazy.
And a couple of the previous ones are also wingers. So I thought it'd be interesting to look.
Okay. Can you let us know who they're signed from as well?
Yeah, and who they're signed for. So the first one is the fourth most expensive signing ever from the Eredivisie, which is Hakim Ziyech.
Okay.
Who moved from
Ajax
to Chelsea for €37 million in 2020. And he was
highly rated,
nicknamed the Wizard at Ajax. And let's see here, in the 2018-19 season in the Eredivisie, he appeared 29 times, got 16 goals and 3 assists.
Okay.
2019-20, he played 21 times, got 6 goals and 2 assists. And then in 2020-21, he appeared 23 times for Chelsea, got 2 goals and 6 assists. So the same number of goals and assists in his first season for Chelsea as the previous season for Ajax in the league. and then kind of dropped off from there. The other one I wanted to talk about is the fifth most expensive, fourth, fifth, and sixth, which is Irving Lozano, the Mexican, Chucky Lozano, who are some of our Mexican American listeners will be very familiar with. But let's see here. He moved from PSV to Napoli. In the season before he moved, he got 17 goals in the Eredivisie and 30 appearances. And the following season, he got 4 Serie A goals in 26 appearances. And he has not reached his any of his PSV goal contribution numbers in any of his seasons with Napoli so far. So he's not been able to replicate form. And I would say the same as Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah, fair.
And then the first one that sprung to mind, which is like I started, was Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay, I don't know if people know this, like I remember this at PSV Eindhoven was like a phenomenon. Came to Manchester United on a huge fee at the time. And it worked out like this. So in 2014-15 for PSV Eindhoven, he appeared 30 times in the Eredivisie and scored 22 goals. Over the next 2 seasons for Man United, he appeared in the league 33 times and scored 2 goals.
Very bad.
And
but Man United are a mess as well.
Yeah. And Memphis Depay, I'm not saying Antony's not going to be a success, but I'm just going to say, my argument would be that if anyone is going to tell me that Antony for Ajax was better than Memphis Depay was for PSV,
no,
that's demonstrably not true.
Okay.
So what we want to see is how he does.
Yeah, you think based on all that he could struggle?
Yeah, okay. I think based on all that, there's a
high chance of struggling.
A pattern of when players from the Eredivisie go in huge transfers, it doesn't seem to work out and they go straight from the Eredivisie to the highest level. Now, obviously, there's
Luis Suarez is a good example there.
Luis Suarez, brilliant. Ruud van Nistelrooy, brilliant.
But it's not a guarantee.
Not a guarantee.
Even if you're exceptional in the Eredivisie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have to see. I mean, Frankie de Jong, obviously, would you call him a success at Barcelona?
Like, he's a great player still, yeah.
Yeah, but
like Antony as well was in an Ajax team that was dominating week in, week out. Like dominating. Not just dominating, like dominating. So
it was kind of ridiculous. Like,
if anything, like his numbers aren't great based on that level of dominating. The amount of goals Tadic was getting.
That's it. It's like
Berghuis.
It's like you show like Antony's numbers look very impressive until you show who he was playing with
and check their numbers.
Do you know?
But he does. He has that something else. Like
he has amazing dribbling potential.
Yeah.
But what we'll have to see is the spectacle. Like I think Hakim Ziyech, like I think a lot of that, how much was it? 37 million euros for Hakim Ziyech. I believe at least 10 million euros of that was because of that one cross-field pass in a Champions League game that he did, and it was just a perfect camera angle. He just swerved it over that way.
37 million is nothing today, though.
Nothing today, but this is a couple of years ago.
Fine. That was interesting.
It's interesting. We'll have to see. I think basically what I'm saying is 100 million is too much.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
That's mainly my point.
That's fundamentally true. That's basically your point.
My basic point is that they paid too much.
Yeah.
So
you'd want to be doing a lot to be worth 100 million.
Yeah. That's it.
Like, yeah, no, it's fair.
If he's worth that, what's Dusan Tadic worth?
No, it's not good. That's
the question. So we have to see. But it's really exciting that another member of the Jude class
gets a big move. That's true.
Like,
what a class.
Pedri scored a goal last night, making a good run for the World Cup squad, great run for Barca, getting on well with Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah, that's nice.
Antony to United, Adeyemi to Dortmund, De Ketelaere to Milan,
Gravenberch to
Bayern,
Camavinga to Real Madrid.
Yeah. Jude Bellingham looked at for next summer by Liverpool. Do you know?
There's more as well. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, we can never remember the
Mukoku's getting games.
Mukoku's getting game time for Dortmund.
I'm looking through top home cards to see.
You know, whereas Noah Lang, he moved as well, didn't he?
Did he move?
I thought he did.
No, there was talk of him going.
I thought he said he'd never go and play for Bruges again.
There was problems, but you don't think he's.
Oh, he made it back. He made it back into the good graces.
Let me see.
Good.
Who else did we have?
Is that the right year?
No, but I know the players.
Oh, the players. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Trying to refresh my memory.
So
there was more anyway.
it just goes to the show. It just goes to show that 20.
Tillman?
Manny Tillman playing for
Like
Rangers.
he's doing well, like,
yeah.
an American.
Just going through this, see if I have any here.
I think that Jude class.
There's loads. We all know
Oh.
there's loads. But I mean, how long is it going to be until that Chrome box starts getting up there? I don't know.
It depends. Oh, Xavi Simons.
Xavi Simons, yeah.
He's doing well.
Gabriel,
Curtis Jones.
Gabriel Martinelli had an RC in that Merlin year,
That's true. He's part of the class.
and he's doing well for Arsenal now. There's loads.
No, it's an exciting.
Darwin Nunez, Luis Diaz, that whole year.
Yeah, the whole year was great. But obviously they're not all in the one box.
Not all in one box, but it's
No,
good.
definitely a good year to kind of pinpoint in the hobby.
And we've been talking about it for so long. We knew it when it happened. Musiala, beast for Bayern.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Although he couldn't defeat Jan Sommer this weekend.
Not many can. Is he good? Is he bad? We're still trying to figure it out on the show.
I mean, he set the thing is, he set a record for the most saves ever.
Dribbles. They dribble to him.
I know. But
There's
still
a few good
19 saves.
No, I know, but some of them were none.
I know. So that's why I'm like, is he good or is he bad?
No, that's it. You don't know.
He is good, but I've seen him do weird and wacky shit all the time.
All the time.
So I tell you, that Kadio Kone in the midfield for Borussia Mönchengladbach, he'll be going somewhere. Just one of these days for 100 million. Let me tell you.
Jason, we have the Champions League group stage draw.
Yep.
What sticks out to you?
Well, I actually haven't seen the full group list,
Really?
so I thought we'd go through them group by group.
Okay.
Because we got about 15 minutes. So Group A. Liverpool, Ajax, Napoli, and Rangers.
Huge group.
Huge group.
Four huge teams.
Liverpool obviously not had a great start to the season, but they did beat Bournemouth 9-0.
That's true.
Ajax are not doing great since Ten Hag left. Obviously just lost Antony.
That's huge.
Huge loss. Look at his numbers, a huge loss. Napoli have had a great start to the season. And Rangers have performed amazingly well in Europe over the last couple of seasons. Obviously, came runners up in the Europa League last season. I do think Rangers, this is going to be too big of a step up for them.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a straight shootout between Ajax and Napoli.
For second place.
But I think Napoli are a stronger team this year.
Okay.
So I predict Liverpool and Napoli going through there. Group B.
You're certainly hoping Noah Lang has left Club Brugge, let me tell you.
Yeah, I know. Atletico Madrid, Porto, Bayer Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. I mean, this is a classic.
That's such a good group.
Atletico's going to draw 1-1 with all of those teams. In one of the
ties.
100%. I mean, like, Atletico should stroll through that group in theory, but they won't. That's the group of death.
In your mind?
In my mind, that's the group of death.
Like anything can happen.
Any of those four teams could be any of those four teams.
Okay. So that'll be fun to watch.
That'll be a fun one to watch. Although there could be a Porto and Atletico who had a huge fight last season in the Champions League. Remember that? Big brawl. So there's unfinished business there. And poor old Victoria Pilsen from the Czech Republic did so well to qualify and then got drawn against Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Inter Milan.
Come on, that's the group of death. I know that Victoria Pilsen are just there to get slapped around kind of thing or make a few shocks, but
so I think
one of them three are going home for sure.
Bayern.
Yeah, the Bayern are above all of them.
Bayern are going to win that group.
Yeah.
And then it's Barcelona and Inter.
That's always a fun.
Pretty well matched.
Yeah, very well matched.
Yeah.
Finely poised.
Lewandowski going back to Bayern.
Drama.
Yeah. Thomas Muller said on Twitter, he was like, Mr. Lewandowski, we'll see you back in Munich soon. Ha 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 ha. So
that must suck though.
I know.
Because normally you're excited to go back to Bayern Munich. Like,
yeah.
That's not.
And
fun.
now this time you play for Barcelona.
That's it. You're not Bayern Munich. You've beat Barcelona 8-2 many times.
Yeah, you know how this goes. You've seen this one before.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to fix that.
Now Barca could get it together. Who knows? But Bayern are a much stronger team. Right.
This looks like the Europa League semi-finals or quarter-finals, doesn't it? This one's mad.
It does. Group D.
Tottenham
Hotspur, Eintracht Frankfurt, Sporting Lisbon, and Marseille.
Now again, if I'm a Tottenham fan, for example, those are three really fun away days.
You have to be happy with that, like if you're a Tottenham fan.
Oh, you'd want to be.
If you can't beat Sporting, Frankfurt, and Marseille,
you shouldn't be in the
Champions League in the first place.
That's true. And I think Conte,
yeah,
he's like
I think he's at least saying we're getting through the group.
Yeah, for sure.
Marseille, by the way, have Nuno Tavares, the Arsenal left back. I think he's on loan. He may have transferred, but he has 3 goals this season in Ligue 1, same as Messi. And They also has Alexis Sanchez up front.
Okay.
Matteo Guendouzi.
They're doing a few bits.
A few bits. Weird. Like, you look at the team and you go like, say it,
A weird collection of people.
Weird collection of people. And the fella that's the sporting director there, I think he's the sporting director at Sassuolo, Longoria. Frankfurt, obviously, Europa League champions.
Yeah. Good team.
Good team, so we'll see about them. And Sporting Lisbon, huge European pedigree.
Tricky
team. I believe they were in Man City's group last season and they performed okay, or they...
I think so, yeah.
Something like that. So I would say Spurs should go through there because Spurs is very strong at home under Conte as well.
Yeah.
Big squad, bigger
Probably
squad
Frankfurt
than
as
they've
well.
had. Oh, yeah. Or Sporting.
Yeah, no, and it's open.
Or Marseille.
Yeah, it's open.
But I think Spurs don't win that group, that's their own fault.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. And I know all the Tottenham fans will thank us for putting that kind of pressure on them. That's just what they need.
Just what football Twitter wants.
Yeah. Group E. Oh yeah, Chelsea, Salzburg, Dinamo Zagreb, and AC
Milan. Listen, this makes me uncomfortable because there's big rumours for Leao moving to Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't see how Chelsea are signing more winger. Like, stop.
I know.
Stop.
Yeah, they won't.
So I'm hoping he stays. The rumours are he'd be happy enough to leave, but he's playing fantastically well, so hopefully he stays. He really is kind of a game changer for us.
Yeah.
Salzburg are a bit tricky, but apart from that, you'd hope Milan and Chelsea go through, but you can't look past Salzburg, I don't think. Not with Nkunku causing havoc.
And many a team has gone to Dinamo Zagreb and struggled.
Yeah. Fun group.
Yeah. Salzburg, we saw it against Bayern. Didn't they draw with Bayern maybe at home or something like that in the knockouts? So, fun group. Milan will be expected to finish second.
Yeah, they're expected to qualify.
That's yeah.
For sure.
There's no expectation that you win the group over Chelsea.
No.
But you got to qualify.
You got it.
Then we have the most Real Madrid group.
Oh, no, Salzburg. Excuse me.
What?
I was saying Nkunku. I was thinking of Leipzig.
Oh, Salzburg.
My apologies.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No, but...
No, it's not great, but I thought it was worse.
Oh, you thought it was RB Leipzig?
I was thinking of Leipzig, so I was kind of like, it's a bit tricky. But no, we should definitely go through.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, maybe.
No, I know. Listen,
Benjamin
Salzburg are good.
Different...
Benjamin Sesko will be gunning for us for sure. A lot of youth, a lot of vibrance, but it's not as scary as Leipzig, is all I'm saying.
Definitely not. Then you have Real Madrid, Leipzig.
Exactly.
Shakhtar and Celtic. Now, obviously, Shakhtar haven't played domestic football. They just restarted the
Ukrainian league.
And a lot of the non-Ukrainian players have left.
Yeah, of course.
So Shakhtar are not really in a position
to perform
as well as they have done over the past. I think they'll probably be playing in Poland.
Yeah,
that's where Dynamo Kiev played against Benfica. Celtic, again, I think same as Rangers. It's too much of a step up. Celtic away from home in Europe.
They could have one or two good games. Like, they'll have good games, but
I can see them conceding too many goals away from home.
Okay.
And then Real Madrid, not a problem. Alright, Group G. Manchester City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen.
Haaland goes back to Dortmund. That's going to be funny.
Yeah. Haaland goes back to Sevilla. That famous
brace. Yeah, that's a good group for Erling Haaland and
it's a good
for
group
Man
for
City.
Erling Haaland. Sevilla, I think, are about to sack Julian Lopetegui. They've had a horrid start to the season because they sold Jules Koundé and Diego Carlos. So they're two starting centre halves. And then we're like, what? Why keep conceding goals? What's going on? Dortmund beat somebody the weekend, but lost the weekend before that. They're
flip-flop
not going
club.
anywhere. Man City should romp home in that group.
And that should build a lot of Haaland hype, I think.
It should do. And of
course,
course,
his Champions League record is so good, and that group, playing for City and that group, tells me your Champions League your Champions League record is about to get stat-padded.
Yeah, yes, completely. And then Group H, Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa. PSG should do the business, and I'd actually back Benfica to challenge Juve very seriously for the second spot.
It won't be a walk.
No.
It won't be a walk.
I think Juve fans are looking at that and going grand.
Juve are going to get a lot of 0-0s, I think, in that group.
Yeah.
Or at least against Benfica and Maccabi, they might get 1 or 2 0-0s.
Yeah. PSG should go through there, no problem.
Yeah. That's a good group for PSG to build confidence.
Yeah.
And kind of get their stuff together within those 6 games. Iron out some problems.
Overall, I think it
should be a really fun set of Champions League games.
Yeah.
There's not many games that I look at going, I wouldn't watch it. In the group stage, which says a lot. It's a really fairly balanced throughout.
Yeah, that Liverpool, Ajax, Napoli, Rangers group is for me probably going to produce the most exciting games.
Blockbuster.
That's like because you have Ajax versus Napoli. That's a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Liverpool versus anybody. That's a lot of goals. Bayern, Barcelona, Inter. That's a cracker as well.
Yeah, I think the Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, Club Brugge, that might be a boring enough group, but I do think it'll be tactically interesting.
Yeah, it'll be one of those things where like it's interesting if you're following how the group is going, but if you just flick on one of the matches, you'd be like, oh, I don't think this is.
The Man City group will be blockbuster.
Yeah, if you're a Man City fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Unless,
like Dortmund Sevilla, though, that's going to be a mad game.
It's going to be a big game. Yeah. And FC Copenhagen, of course, it's a big achievement for them to come into the group stages as often as they do. So fair play to them. And then
I think Milan Chelsea will be some really good games.
Yeah. But it does just go to show as well, like when you go through these groups, like the levels are getting more and more clear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there aren't many groups there where you go like, that's good, that's an open competition. Like Atletico's group, Tottenham's group, Milan's group, every other group kind of has a singular club that you go.
No, but I think football is going to do its thing, Jason.
You think so?
Yeah.
Think I'm underrating the Champions League?
Absolutely. I think Celtic or Rangers could be causing some upsets.
Right.
I think you use my struggle.
I know that we will.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's as open and closed a case as you might think. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I think it always seems like it's going to be. It always seems obvious what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it never is.
Never is,
Jason.
That's the magic of the Champions League. We're not going to go through them, but did they do the other?
The Europa?
Yeah.
There were still some qualifiers to go last time I checked, so I'm not sure if they did them, but they might have done by now.
Let me just. Oh, here they are. Let me just go through them and see if there's any interesting. Okay. Arsenal in a group of PSV, Bodo Glimt and Zurich. That should be grand. Roma are against Ludogorets, Real Betis and HJK from Finland. So that's a good one for Jose Mourinho. Let me see here. Man United are in a group with Real Sociedad, Sheriff Tiraspol and Omanoa from, I think, Cyprus, maybe. Oh my God.
Without Alexander Isak, that becomes a much easier game for Manchester United.
I'm just having a look here.
Lazio Feyenoord, good. Yeah, no, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Like what you look there, they got Red Star Belgrade, Monaco, Ferencvaros, and Trabzonspor. That's like such a classic Europa League group. And then
Ferencvaros.
Yeah,
Tops have a license for them.
Oh,
I thought they were Brazilian. I'm obviously very wrong.
They're Hungarian.
Well, they have a license for them, which is interesting.
Okay. Let me see.
Rennes, Fenerbahce, Dinamo Kiev. That's good just because Rennes always have players in terms of product. Malmo, classic team.
I just want to find the... okay, just want to quickly the Europa Conference League groups, which throw up some really weird stuff because of how that works. Like West Ham are in a group with FCSB from, I think, Romania, Anderlecht and Silkeborg. Like you just got little crazy bits going on. Shamrock Rovers are against Ghent, Molde and Djurgården.
Can we stop and say that's one of the reasons the Conference League is a brilliant idea?
Yeah. That's
so good.
There's a great story about FC Vaduz, who are in a group with AZ, Apollon and Dnipro 1. Vaduz are they're from Liechtenstein, but they play in the second division in Switzerland because Liechtenstein doesn't have another team.
Really. Is that like the equivalent of like Celtic playing in the Premier League? Like that kind of, is that what you're saying?
It's like Swansea playing in the Premier League, yeah.
Okay.
So they play in the second division. Like, I don't think they're allowed to play in the first division of Swiss football because they're not a Swiss team, but they can play in the second division.
Oh.
I think that might be it, but they win the second division every year in Switzerland.
That's not fair. Like, why can't they?
I know, but they also play in the Liechtenstein Domestic Cup, and because of the Europa Conference League, that Domestic Cup gets like a first qualifying round chance, and so they've qualified. They become the first ever team from Liechtenstein.
So yeah, it's a small country.
There's like nobody in it. It's just like the Duke of Liechtenstein, and then FC Vaduz, and so they were delighted. They were having a mad time as well. So I love the Conference League.
No, that's fun.
It's just pure. The Conference League is just pure banter. And
Austrian Venn. The Vienna
Yeah,
team,
yeah.
one of the two Viennese teams.
Yeah.
Anderlecht, West Ham. No, I love. But what's this? Clubs in the draw.
Clubs, they were just the clubs that were in the draw. And they got drawn.
Oh, yeah.
into these
Sorry,
groups.
they're all there. Oh, okay, yeah. That's all there. So Shamrock Rovers in pot 3 as well, which actually is amazing. Like,
Yeah. No,
it kind of makes it seem like there could be an Irish team in the Conference League every year.
Yeah.
Like there should be.
Yeah, and because the Shamrock Rovers are only in it because they actually qualified for the Europa League qualifiers and got to the third qualifying round, and then just dropped dead, got an automatic place.
Yeah.
But like St. Pat's could have been there. I think Sligo Rovers could have been there as well. So like,
They're close. Linfield were very close.
yeah, Linfield were so close.
Oh my God, that's a Northern Irish team,
Yeah,
isn't it? Right.
First, they could have been the first ever Northern Irish team to get into a European group stage.
They should have.
They fucked it up.
They really. It was an own goal in the end,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Oh,
really bad.
That's heartbreaking.
But
That's actually that gives me the eeks.
Yeah, I know. Because they had so many chances to finish the game as well.
Stop.
Just horrible stuff. But
chances are that record could be broken next year. Like that's why the Europa Conference League is really like,
It's
instead
great.
of making all the Champions League teams play more games and doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Conference League was such a good idea
really good idea.
for that's something that's just beautiful.
Yeah, because like the thing about it is like you look at the Europa League and you go, yeah, that's a real Europa League group. That's a real Europa League group. That's real. But you never look at the conference. You always go with Conference League. Who's that?
Yeah, what's going
How
on?
where are they from?
But like picture this right here. This is a fun one to picture.
Yeah.
Molde are in Group F.
Yeah.
Now, once upon a time, Haaland was playing for Molde.
Yeah.
And imagine if at that period, I don't think they ever played Europa League or anything at that time. I don't think.
No, they didn't. No.
Imagine if they were in the Conference League and then we're watching a Shamrock Rovers game.
Yeah.
Me and you.
We see this big fella.
Yeah, we go up to
Fella, yeah.
and we'll watch it, and we see this fella up front who's mental.
Yeah.
And then we picked out Haaland at like 16 years of age.
I know.
Because of the Conference League. That's the beauty. And if you look at it for like Merlin Chrome,
Yeah.
they do Conference League, Europa League, and Yoke. There could be a Haaland rookie in a Molde kit.
Yeah. Had there been
that.
Yeah.
Which is
It's very exciting. It's all very exciting.
Beautiful.
So we'll keep you posted on that as time goes by. In the meantime, this concludes episode 102 of Soccer Cards United. We're back on Thursday for episode 103. And if you have anything
Jason, breaking news.
What's this?
Panini America is excited to announce an exclusive autograph and memorabilia deal with global soccer icon Killian Mbappe.
Ay, Dio mio.
Isn't that mental?
Excuse me, what?
React? They said it 7 minutes ago.
Breaking news.
Absolutely breaking news.
Holy smokes.
Killian Mbappe joins the club. He's been going on a fucking... Pardon the language, but he's been going on a... Oh, memorabilia...
Where is this? Panini America?
Panini America. Exclusively at Panini America. What does that mean?
It means that they can no longer put in PSG Chrome.
Ay caramba.
Oh my god. Let's have a look at... Surely they covered this on the Night's Lands.
Tonight's land.
Yeah, they did. Look.
Oh, of course they did. I'll go to the quote tweet.
I'm covering this live now, right?
Oh my word.
So, press release here from Panini America. August 29, 2022. Paris-based soccer icon Kylian Mbappe first appeared on a Panini sticker in 2016.
Wow, that's good.
A sticker which has since become slightly hot after amongst collectors and soccer fans alike. Today, Panini America, a subsidiary of the Panini Group, and Kylian Mbappe announced that it reached an exclusive autograph, trading card and memorabilia multi-year deal. An integral part of the partnership will be Mbappe autograph trading cards and memorabilia being only available in Panini America trading card products and throughout Panini Authentic, the memorabilia division of Panini America. It is such an honour for me to join the Panini family. As a child, I used to collect some of the Panini trading cards, dreaming to be represented on these cards one day. 10 years later, here we are, Kylian Mbappe said.
Well, it was only stickers back then, he's lying.
Mbappe's first autograph trading cards will be featured in the upcoming National Treasures FIFA Road to the World Cup soccer product, which will release September, followed by Prism World Cup.
Kylian Mbappe autos in Prism World
and
Cup.
in Panini Eminence in December. Mbappe's first autograph memorabilia pieces, soccer balls, jerseys, photographs and more will also be available exclusively through Panini Authentic beginning in late October. Mbappe will be featured extensively in the company's social media marketing initiatives surrounding major soccer launches and events. Quote, Killian has proven to be one of the world's most exciting soccer stars and we are excited to welcome Killian to the Panini family, said Panini America CEO Mark Warsop. We look forward to working with Killian and providing soccer fans all over the world autograph memorabilia and bringing him closer to the collector with his autograph trading cards in our products. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Wow.
Killian Mbappe has signed for Panini America.
So you think that's a case of they seen he signed with Topps and they just hit up his agent as fast as they could?
I don't know what happened.
Or is he under a PSG deal with Topps? Like what?
We don't know.
Because they're saying it's exclusive, but it's not exclusive. He's able to do both. Can he do both? I don't know.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. David Beckham doesn't sign for Topps Man United Legends stuff like Eric Cantona does. Because he's got an exclusive deal with Panini.
Can I say, though, the Knights Lance did a great job here of actually putting that sticker in the image. That's beautiful. That's like football editing.
Football editing.
But crazy. And that's a bomb to drop to say he's in Nations League. He's in, not Nations League, National Treasures, Road to the World Cup. He's in Prism World Cup and he's in Eminence. Because that's also completely confirming Eminence, which was kind of half-half.
If you were half and half as to whether or not you were going to buy World Cup Prism in November, if you were 50-50, guess what? You're over the fence and you're in.
A Prism autograph of Mbappe.
A Prism autograph. Does it beat a Topps Chrome autograph of Mbappe? What does this mean for the future of the PSG Chrome set that just came out?
National Treasures, I don't know if it's on card. I don't think it is. It could. I think it could be.
It could be.
Some are. Maybe some are, some aren't. Eminence is on card.
Yep.
And Eminence is already a crazy set. If you ever even try to see what a box of that goes for from 2018, that's like next level. To put Mbappe in the mix of it. I just don't. It's interesting. What does it do to his Topps Chrome?
We don't know.
Price, or just him in general.
You know, if you, we don't know.
But it's interesting from a playing point of view. I think he's trying to get as much revenue in through his image as he can. That way, if he's to move to Real Madrid, he can really put his numbers on the table. Yeah. And say, I want my 100% image rights, and or I want this much money in exchange for 10% of my, or whatever. I think this is all. He's really showing his value, I think, because he will move. He'll leave PSG, I think. Yeah. Eventually, and I think we've seen him sign up with So Rare. We've seen him now do the Topps one.
We've seen him sign a deal with the NBA.
So he's doing a lot of stuff, and I think that's to like generate revenue. So as when he's at a negotiating table with Real Madrid, he can say, "Listen, you're paying X million to get me, or it's free because I've let my contract run down. Yep. You're paying me this much per year. You can't have my image rights because that's I make more than you're even paying me based on my image right. I think.
So this is just brand new. Obviously, we're going to be reporting this more as the story develops on Thursday.
Yeah, we've just seen it.
We've just seen it. But do stick around if you're listening to this on a podcast. Subscribe on Spotify or Apple or wherever you are. If you're watching this on YouTube,
there, Marcus just says even bigger news is confirmation of Eminence. Yeah, that is I think the first time they've really we knew it's been there like Eminence is going to happen again, but this is confirmation of Eminence, and that's the Knights Lance did a good job there.
Panini are not going down quietly, and Killian Mbappe shows no signs of stopping his rise to global prominence. We're back on Thursday. Hit that subscribe button.
Boom.